Comcast CSI Center here at UConn. I want to welcome you all to the 2017 CyberSEED, our fourth year of holding this conference and competition. It's the largest attendance that we've had for this over the 4 years, but we have 28 schools competing in, with over 50 teams competing in 3 different competitions, and about 175 attendees. So thank you all for continuing your attendance and support of this conference and program. In terms of the competitions, we have 3 competitions as we've had in the past. Our social engineering competition, which we've developed here at UConn. Our CTF competition, which has been developed with the kind help of folks from Cisco. And a new competition that we're doing this year, which is application security, which is developed by help from NVIDIA. So thanks to Cisco and NVIDIA for putting on these competitions, and thanks to the students for putting a lot of hard work, especially for the application security competition. They've already been competing for the last month or so in terms of getting their code ready. And we'll talk a little bit more about those competitions over the course of the conference. We have a great program lined up that Vibe Garg from Comcast set up, and I think you'll learn a lot and a lot of interesting speakers, and I hope that you'll engage with the speakers and participate in the conference. I'm going to turn it over to Jim Fahrny, who's a senior fellow at Comcast. Comcast, as you know, has been a supporter of this conference and the CSI Center at UConn for the last 4 years. So, Jim.
So I want to welcome everybody. I got in really late last night, so if I start snoring, please just nudge me. I'm really excited this year. A lot of energy went into the competitions to make them more difficult. I hope everyone that's going to participate in them is excited as well. This year is going to be quite a challenge, especially on the social engineering and also on the application security, I believe. This is our 4th year. Pretty excited to be here again. And I want to just recognize a few people. VG did all the heavy lifting and set up all the speakers and put a lot of this together. He's sitting right up here. And then Teague also did a lot of work helping out with all the logistics on this. And then there's a couple other people that I haven't seen come in yet from Comcast that help with logistics as well. And I just want to say thanks for coming, and we're excited to get this kicked off, and we're going to have some great speakers. So you guys have a great day, and best of luck.
Next, I'd like to call up the Dean of the School of Engineering here at UConn, Kazem, Kazerounian.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome for the 4th year to CyberSEED. This is an event that we have learned to cherish. This is an event that have actually changed the culture around the School of Engineering, around UConn, in so many different ways. Before I start, I want to once more express my most sincere gratitude to Comcast for their thoughtful investment in the future of the country. For their thoughtful, and thank you, yes. If you look at the events of last year nationally, you would know that cybersecurity is the front that we all need to be fighting in. That's the first front. And Comcast's investment in our students, in our faculty, and in the center of excellence that they have here is an indication that they understand and they actually practice cybersecurity at all levels. And for that, we appreciate their involvement and their sponsorship. I also want to once more express my gratitude to the 2 co-directors John Chandy and Laurent Michel, Professors John Chandy and Laurent Michel. Thank you so much. You guys, the way that they have actually planned this event, they organize the research activities. In many ways, I have told them before, they are my heroes. I also, as the Dean of School of Engineering, get to brag a little bit about the school in this forum. I'm not going to lose that opportunity, and I'm going to use that. Now, this is our 4th year here. And over the 4 years, a lot has happened in the School of Engineering at UConn. The enrollment, the undergraduate enrollment, has increased by now 70%. In computer science and engineering, our undergraduate enrollment has increased by 110%. And every indication is that it's going to go higher. For every seat that we have in the School of Engineering, now we get 13 applications. Our research expenditure has been the highest it has ever been. It has gone up about 100% over the last 4 years. The university has risen up in ranking significantly. This year, we are ranked number 18 among public universities, sharing that position with Purdue and University of Texas at Austin. Awesome universities, we are better. We have forged quite a number of partnerships with industry over the last 4 years. One of the latest ones related to cybersecurity is Synchrony. And Synchrony joined us because they saw Comcast as a leader and they wanted to be where Comcast was. And we appreciate that. This fall, we are moving to a new building. A School of Engineering is getting a new building. It's a $100 million investment in the infrastructure of the School of Engineering. In addition, our centers and many of our industrial partnerships are moving to a new technology park, another $200 million investment by the state of Connecticut in the university. The state of Connecticut has been very generous in supporting the University of Connecticut. About $5 to $6 billion over a period of 30 years. It is an investment that's unheard of in the country. So again, I'm proud to be here with you. I welcome you one more time, and happy hacking. Have a great day.
All right, I think we're getting pretty close to starting. First thing I want to say is that don't worry too much about your wireless network. I know it's using WPA, but nothing bad should happen out of this. And the teams competing next door are all wired, so they're fine. It's unlikely that they will actually wreak havoc on our wireless. That joke aside, it's actually my pleasure now to introduce our first speaker for the morning, who's Arthur House. Arthur got his PhD from Tufts University, in particular from the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy. He's been working in international relations all his career, starting as chief of the communication group for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, director of communication at the Office of Director of National Intelligence. He's been helping folks in Ukraine understand the attack against their utilities, their power grid in particular. He's been serving as chairman of the Connecticut Public Utility Regulatory Authority, which we know commonly as PURA, and is responsible for cybersecurity threats against utility infrastructure in Connecticut. And more recently, he's been appointed as the Supreme Chief of Cybersecurity Risk Officer for the state of Connecticut. In particular, he's looking at cybersecurity threats on various infrastructure and working across agencies and across boundaries to make sure that there is a uniform security risk management policy within the state. So without further ado, I'd like to turn the podium over to Arthur, and I'm sure we'll have a great start to the morning. Arthur?